Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to the Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Bahasham, Racha, HaKadosh, and double honors to the apostles. And to the elders of Great Millstone, peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. This is James 5 precepts, short and spicy and to the point. And I'm your brother Makulat from the Great Millstone Jamaica camp. Here with a little, something I've been meditating upon. To feed the potential, let the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And I was just meditating on the whole food shortage that by design the world is seeing right now. And ultimately it's prophecies, the law that basically prophesied of a famine. And then we have went through articles, speaking about it. I can remember one earlier on 2022 that they were saying there was going to be a famine of biblical proportions. You understand? And this is going to be the greatest famine, man. Because this famine is going to be all through the earth, And you're going to have people eating, but a lot of people going to suffer hunger. See? Now, on screen there's a video. There's a video from China. I think the city is called Chengdu or something like that. A city of 16 plus million people. And they were basically going back into lockdown, fighting for food. I think I'm gonna play it. I don't know what's gonna be the outcome of it, but I think I'm gonna play it, for edification's sake. Then we just grab some scriptures, man. Yeah, so right. So you see people fighting for rice, grabbing up rice, grabbing up all that they can. This is the reality that they're facing now. You think that it won't come over here? Look at the way they are trying to get rice. China basically is the main importer of rice, then India. Now if Chinese are fighting for rice, then what do you think is gonna happen over here? Food for thought. Think about that. If the Chinese are scuffling to get rice, what do you think is gonna happen over here, like Jamaica? And we don't plant rice. We don't even plant bananas like that anymore. The banana that we plant now, well, basically most people planting for exportation is called Fia. Go and look it up. Fia banana. It's a big. The trunk is fat, and then it has like a whole lot of bunches on it. It's not good. It's not good. So even though Gros Michel banana is a man-made banana, it's better banana. It's more quality. Gros Michel is genetically modified. But it's better quality. I did some research on it. Basically, they do what they do for the shape sake and whatever. But the point is, there's a famine coming. And 2020, the lockdown that was in 2020, a lot of people face hunger in the first half, man. We see people fighting for tissues and stuff. But this time it's gonna get worse, man. It's gonna get worse. Lamentations chapter 4 verse 9. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. Right? It says, for these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. Worst way to die, man. Famine is the worst way to die. Verse 10, it says, the hands of the pitiful woman of sudden, which means to boil their own children, They were there meeting the destruction of the daughter of my people. And this happened in the Babylonian captivity. This is modern Babylon. It's gonna happen again. See all them, a lot of these neglects and rugrats that you have out there. You know, like the video we see them little niggas out there telling the police that they're gonna shoot them. Little babies about 4-year-old. A lot of them kids gonna go through that experience, and it's not gonna be anything nice. See, death is sweeping upon the society, man. There's a major famine coming. Now, I want to say this, you know, because this is supposed to be a very short lesson. You know, this is some intel information that I got, you know, from someone at Bureau of Standards, basically, you know. So I'm gonna put it out there, and I can say, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but it sounds damn true, I believe, you know, but you can take it with a grain of salt. Speaking to the audience of, you know, the Jamaican audience, that they're basically, you're not in the faith, but take it with a grain of salt, if you may. Now, a specific female that went to check warehouse when the ships, you know, when the food coming, to check and see, you know, if the company is, you know, if they're doing whatever they're supposed to be doing, whatever. Basically, she had reported that well, she told her mother, she called her mother out of shock and awe, and she was saying to her mother, and note, you know, these people are people that I know, and they're, you know, close to me somewhat, you know. And she called her mother, saying to her mother that, look, you need to buy up food because there is no. And I was saying to her brother, I was saying the same thing to her brother, you know. And her brother was the first one that broke the news to me, that the same thing I was saying, you know, his sister called and said the same thing, you know. So we dialogue on it, you know. And basically what she was saying is that there was no food being imported to Jamaica for 2023. No, a majority of the foods that we eat, yeah, in Jamaica is imported. We are highly dependent on subsidized goods. Now, there's a documentary called Life and Death. Go and watch it. Clippings of it is on YouTube, but you know, you have websites that you can watch it on, and it show you how the WTO basically destroys, yeah, the Jamaican farming. You understand? The WTO did that, and you know, through the Spirit of the Lord, man, you know, through the Spirit of the Lord, basically, you know, we seen this thing getting worse. I like my body, I kind of zone out, something happened that I had to pay attention about. But anyway, going back to what she said, you know, basically she was saying that there was no food being imported to Jamaica for 2023, and a lot of the shelves are empty, and they don't know when food was going to return back into the country. And also she said that during the time of the big sea, the ships that were out there in the seas, majority of the food on them basically spoiled. So, and they're saying that they don't know when they're going to get in certain goods, and due to the fact that there's a war in Ukraine, that even makes it worse. So that's a problem there, and I believe that. You understand? And that's the Spirit of the Lord, man. Because when you go to the scripture, we keep on bringing out these precepts, man, and we're going to continue to bring them out in the book of Ezekiel. You know, Ezekiel chapter 5, it says, increase. The Lord said it best. Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 16. It says, so we start at verse 14. It says, so it shall be a reproach and a taunt and an instruction and an astonishment unto the nations that are round about thee, when I shall execute judgments in thee in anger and in fury and in furious rebukes. I, the Lord, have spoken it. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread, and I will send upon you famine and evil beasts, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, the Lord, have spoken it. So the Lord said he's going to increase the famine. And we can clearly see that taking place now. We see what's happening in Europe. Farmers basically are feeling it, man. You know, farmers have to be, destroying crops because the energy prices is so high, to keep the certain foods, in the refrigerator or whatever. It's difficult, man. There's a famine coming, man. There's a major famine. So there's a famine of the word coming, so you need to get it now. There's a saying, make hay while the sun shine. I have to go, something just happened, I have to go. So, shalom.